Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome back to another episode of Written Wednesday. I have transcended and become Gandalf the White. Unfortunately, that doesn't bring with it any additional writing, I must sadly confess. I have been working very hard to get this dialogue correct, and dialogue on its own is quite an interesting beast to want to tackle in the sense that you really shouldn't whenever it is not necessary, because it is so hard not to get clunky, poor-sounding dialogue like, what was it? I believe it was Star Wars Episode 2, I don't like sand. And on top of this, it's a very tense and awkward scene to want to write at the moment as well. So getting the tone of being awkward and not being written terribly is quite the unique headache. However, we will persevere through time and space. We will soldier on, and maybe, if I'm lucky, people will show up and I will have someone to chat to and hide the fact that dialogue is hard. In any case, thank you very much for joining me, and I appreciate your continued support of Written Wednesday. It's always fun having you all here. And by the way, for everyone watching, I hope you had a great day today. Whether it was great at the start, or turned great throughout, or maybe you just got done talking with someone who put the right back in your otherwise unsavory day. I hope you're having a fine time. And if not, leave me a comment below and I'll be happy to talk. I'm always around. I'm usually checking my accounts, except for DeviantArt because Eclipse ruined it. I'm trying desperately to get back in the mood for it, but it's something just really isn't jiving with me. It feels sterile and cold. And if you enjoyed that music, that was the Henry VIII March Suite. I will return now to silence and typing. There's always an innocence in her eyes that didn't seem befitting of her vast intellect. Always there, behind the mods and ogs, studying the world through a strangely sheltered lens. Okay, I think I have this. But I should add you and add you. Mods and augs are appearance modifications, as one would assume, and physical or biological augmentations that are rife within the Infinity Quest universe. I know self-expression's always going to be a key point in everyone's experience through life, and I only see it getting more pronounced and more visually stunning, more extreme isn't the right word, but something to that effect, as time goes on. And that's a key point I like looking at every now and again when I write Infinity Quest, a little bit of self-expression or how people choose to go about that, whether that's in personality or just the way they wish to be perceived visually. I know I'm incorrigible answering Discord while in stream. Thankfully, at one point in time when I knew how to do it, I set it up so that OBS wouldn't detect it. Unfortunately, that means I don't know how to undo it when I watch things on YouTube whenever Sush happens her way in here and decides to link me her funny homeras with pistols and dancing and strangely, disturbingly muscular Cubase. Whoever made that wish must surely have regretted it. Actually, if I'm being perfectly honest, I think they all regret their wishes after a point in time when they realize that, spoiler, their soul ends up in a marble. Oh, that was easy. Yeah. I did keep my cloth on hand. Wonderful. Never underestimate the value of a well-placed handkerchief. Those are words to live by. Next bugging me. Hang on. There we go. That's got it. Don't want to pinch my vest. I'm actually really happy. I was getting really bad cases of the quarantine blues, and I sort of splurged and started buying things for myself a while ago, and this shirt and this vest and this cravat were among the things I wished to buy. Now, there's a tie tack in the shape of a question mark I really want, because as we've already discovered, I am indeed a dirty Whovian of the well-written era. Shots fired. And I kind of like to portray a certain level of eccentricity in the way I dress, outside of dressing like a Victorian in 2020 in quarantine. Oh dear. OBS, must you? I do hope you reconnect. I would really appreciate if you would reconnect. Otherwise, I'm going to have to call Gabe Newell back in here for small miracle. If you would be so kind. Yep, no, it's offline. Oh, sad thoughts. Well, we can hope it no. No, we are not going to sit and hope. We are proactive. We have Time Lord technology. And I'm going to resist my natural inclination to pull that sonic screwdriver back into the frame for, I believe, the third time in the span of 20 minutes. So, we will reboot. Hopefully. That should have it. There we go. Fixed. The time stream is right again. Watch OBS disconnect immediately. Gidge, I don't appreciate the intensity of that face. The closer and larger it gets, the more I fear that I'm about to be violently vibe checked. Yeah, you already had your stream vibe checked. Yes, and apparently it did not survive. And speaking of not surviving, I believe I need more water. I'd like to think that the thirst requirement, that my ability or my practical need for water was swapped out with someone native to the Sahara or something. So I'm sitting here in relative comfort in air conditioning going, oh, why am I so thirsty? And there's this poor individual in the Sahara who has the unique benefit of, among all his peers, of just never having to drink ever. He's always just like, no, I believe I'm fully hydrated. It's the strangest thing. I haven't taken a drink of anything. And like, 30 years. It failed the check, yeah. You know, I never do extend this tour because I keep forgetting, or I keep never scrolling down far enough in my Discord. But if you'd like, would you mind extending the offer to come to my stream to Ghostly? I think it would be fun to have her in here, if she has the time and she's not working, of course. Sure. Well, thank you, Eridan Ampora. I greatly appreciate it. You know what? That's probably why the water. I've watched too much Homestuck. I'm thirsty and dying for water. It's been too long since I've had to do the double W's, though. Oh God! And I still remember when he was Master Yorgi. That was a fun time. I actually went out like on a huge nostalgia trip not so long ago, where I was watching over like old PewDiePie videos, like the one I think it was DJ Fortify, that remix they had that he used to use on all his outros, and just, can you believe it's been as long as it's been? It's incredible. It's so weird, and these are like just normal people who have had major influences on people's lives. This isn't high-end television. This isn't some show or, well, I can't say news reporter because he seems to have gotten it, or his staff consisting of Poppy Harlow and Gloria Borger seem to have recently gotten to the news. But this isn't some great spectacle or actor. This was just a person who sat in front of a camera, and it's so cool to think that that's one of the defining things about our generation. For a time period, a beautiful moment, it was just people in front of cameras that had the greatest impact and meaning on people's lives. Well, it's a Katie! Hello, Katie! I'm glowing because I wore all white and decided to sit in front of a fluorescent light whose power is somewhere amid that of the sun. Buenos dias to you too. And it's very good to have you in a stream. Gidge. Gidge, why do you always send me this stuff on Discord? What? That's not what should have loaded. Come on now. I know you work. I've done this before. Why? It just will not let me paste this image. We've been bamboozled. It's just pasting blank pictures. How very odd. Well, unfortunately, I guess your glorious pictures aren't going to be coming through in this stream. The image is too cursed, yes. It's Garbo ID'd. True, I try not to indulge in it. Oh, goodness gracious. Ushram did it. I can't imagine so. Ushram's too chill to try and sabotage the stream. Oh, the Dorito tacos. Yeah, those were amazing. Unfortunately, I'm on a diet, so I need to look at the calories of those. Ushram's evil twin did it. Oh, we're getting all... You know what? I'm going to see here. Maybe the document is just being persnickety. It's... Oh. I see that OBS is being persnickety. Okay, the counter curse has been completed. We are back to it once again. Pay no attention to these strange magical talismans I've had to employ. They are just my brain cells hard at work trying to make this go-kart of a stream chug along. Oh, goodness gracious. Where there's a will, there's a way. Oh, goodness. I'm going to need something slightly stronger than water if this keeps up. Like an espresso. A lot of espresso. All hail the stream. Yes, it is back. We do not have to mourn it in its passing. Time to shoot trumpet players from a cannon. Naturally, just the one, because we're trying to save space and money. Carpooling cannon pullings. Cannon pulling. Yeah, that's as good enough as any nonsense to work for me. Gavel, I say, it is so. Now, where can I get a cannon? Who owns a trumpet, plays it, and a cannon? Looks like we're going to have to go old school and build a catapult. Well, I did once see a Civil War cannon on eBay for like $500 or $5,000 or something like that. It was like a weirdly obtainable price, and I highly considered it. Just because I wanted to own a cannon, shut up, don't judge me. We all have worked retail once in our lives. You understand why I want a cannon. Cat Cup, oh boy. Yes, you see, it knew you were coming. It wanted to put on its Sunday best for you. Failing that, it put on a small plastic cup. Nobody wants to get the coronavirus. I was hearing all sorts of weird stuff in the early days of the coronavirus, too. I remember there was one thing saying that it straight up gave felines AIDS. Ooh, let me straighten my outfit here. Big kitty. Yes, big kitty, my friend. Now, let's see if we can get through some of this. My vest is riding up. Maybe I should try to find Frau Blucher and see if she can drum up some help. Young Frankenstein fans, rejoice! Indeed. And thankfully, I've already come dressed as a Frankenstein. Show us them kitties. You mean right here? I regret that immensely. We have a wall of cat. Many kitties, yes. There needs to be a dedicated button on my keyboard that just spawns those images. I don't think Kovstad would understand what to do if he was in a room full of cats. In fact, I think he'd just... The cat button, yes. I think he'd just be annoyed more than anything. But yes, I need a cat... But I just need, like... You know how there's like F1, F2, F3, F4? I need C1, C2, C3, and they're just all different cursed cats. Just boop, 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 boop. There you go. A cat for every mood. Time to throw out the Kovstad. Oh, boy. Oh, I never did look at that nice keyboard that was in eBay. I forgot to do that when I woke up this morning. I was looking at this old clackety keyboard that would look very good in my bridge set. Excuse me. Back to the engine room. Go on now. Git. I want to try and keep up the pace and get the working done. It's these darn the Council of Sad Cursed Cat that's throwing me off here. Yes, I did watch PewDiePie's Minecraft series. What of it? Of course I'm going to reference it. It was fun. I miss Sven. Sue me. Oh, what is this? That sums up my mood at work. Well, now I'm very interested. I wonder, will it be kind to me? Oh no! I'm being bombarded by pictures of cats, and I'm not even mad about it. So, to sum things up, this is the image that Katie sent. I love it. It's great. I thank you for it. Then Gidge decides she's going to send me the accurate image of what happens when my stream goes out. And I cannot dispute her at this, because I'm fairly certain this is what happens. Now wait a minute. Hang on a sec. I distinctly remember this being a Word document, not a cat document. That ain't a doggo, Katie. None of this says doggo to me. Discord's do not disturb button is fantastic for telling you when people text 30 minutes after the fact. Be glad that it didn't break out the keyboard cats link from YouTube. Electric Twizzler. No, I'm not going to laugh myself stupid. Stop trying. No. This is aggression and I don't appreciate it. No. I am literally crying right now. I am too. On the inside. Please stop. No. I've got a case of the Markiplier giggles. No, swallow it down. I got better. No, please do not. I have half an hour to show that I can do more than like 2 sentences in a week. I can't keep weathering these terrible cats. Oh no! Stop it! Ray just typed me that her power went out. And I still have this in copy and paste. Oh goodness! The universe is trying to kill me. Oh no! Not tonight! Not again! Not again! Only the most. Come here, Oliver. No. Stop it. Why are you trying to kill me? Yes, please call a medical professional. Don't let this fool you. I am not a doctor. I've put them on backwards. Okay. There we go. Now everything isn't super small. I'm wearing my best attire and I'm just completely losing my mind. I'm good. How are you? Enigmatic Librarian says, Epic Twizzlers, only the most hardcore of nommers can handle it. Gidge says, that laugh. Here we go. Well, thank you for just eviscerating my insides tonight. Appreciated. Oh, goodness gracious. Multiple medical professionals, yes. Yes, please. I believe I've stopped living. I'm trying to get my mind back into the moment of like this tense, awkward, uncomfortable dealing of like two friends trying to interact with one another while one doesn't really understand emotions well and the other is trying to come to terms with expressing that he doesn't feel up to the task that he's been given after the death of everybody. And like the whole time my brain's just doing cats, 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 cats. Mainly in psychiatry, I presume. Yes. Now watch, the next time you see me at work, you're not going to be able to look at me without hearing that dopey laugh of mine and just completely dying. I'm sure even your stuffed rabbits will laugh at me. I didn't even laugh that much when I did a You Laugh, You Lose panorama fails video. Like, just you guys with your dopey pictures of dopey cats. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm just aggressively straightening my cufflinks, hoping that helps, but it doesn't, because I still want to laugh. Breathe, please. At what point did my neck disappear? There we go. Fancy clothes. I've got worse. I'm sure you do. They got me again. Dang it. They done got me again. You know what? No, that's what I'm naming this recording. They got me again. You kept pushing and you did it, and I exploded and you did it. I think I laughed so hard my neck just disappeared. The only thing holding my head up right now is this starched collar. Oh, Ray, you've missed it. I'm going to have to get you a sample because I know you enjoy my laugh. But the chat did it again. They made me bust into hysterics, and now I'm pretty sure my neck has been laughed off. It is just chin, chin, collarbone. I have been ruined with laughter. Oh, did the stream die? You're just sending me more cat pictures. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm just a big dum-dum. And you meant missed it by the laugh. Yes. This was a particularly bad one. You know, I was having so much trouble earlier trying to get this dialogue right, and Ray is such a little dynamo when it comes to writing, as you will soon see when we release Will to Survive, that I was thinking about asking her, since she was home today, about trying to, like, RP out this scene a little bit, just so, oopsies, just so I could try to get this scene right and do the dialogue for Cairo. There's a hair in my water. I prefer my water bald, thank you. Yes, you are indeed a dynamo and just tremendous writer, but I never did contact you about it because I kept going back and forth on like, I shouldn't bother her. I don't want to bother her. And then eventually I managed to have like a spot of the moment epiphany where just Dorime happened and dialogue found its way into my ever-expanding brain box. I think I actually need to use the restroom after all that laughing. That or all the gallons of water I've been drinking. Let me just scroll down here. Oh, good God. You guys are going to be the death of me. I think I'm good. Wait, whoa. It's not working right. Did it die again? Let me look. Let me look. Let me look. Let me look. Let me make sure it's still working. Alright, yeah, no, it's okay. Huh. Well, that is a nice change of pace. For a change, it is not me that is responsible for it, because I think the outages have something to do with my ISP or something to do or something like that, or my bandwidth. There's people on Xbox. I know there's other internet connected devices here. I feel like, yeah, okay. Let me just straighten my undershirt here. Ooh. Summon Chubby Checker. Let's do the twist again. Ooh. Pulled the blanket down a little too far. That's that horrible, uncomfortable lump that's drilling into my lower spine. That was the sound of my blanket drilling into my spine, as before, especially in such attire. I am far too gentlemanly to burp in stream. Wait, so the stream is freezing for you too? No, it's actually functioning rather well when I'm not laughing myself stupid. Goodness gracious. Is the stream, just quick check, is the stream still working for everybody? I've actually got done, let me see here, I'm going to scroll up. Right that much. So a considerable chunk. Let me see that. Almost half, like, no, I'm going to say 2/3 of a page. Maybe 3/4 of a page. And that was very tricky dialogue that had been bothering me. And since you're all here, I'll just take and reread over it. And hopefully you can, You can all hear me, even though it looks like most everybody was kicked. Please come back. Hey, began Tanner, turning to find Cairo's gaze. Listen, about what happened back there. He continued before once more wilting under her stare. There was always an innocence in her eyes that didn't seem befitting of her vast intellect. Always there, behind the mods and the always there behind the mods and the ogs, studying the world through a strangely sheltered lens. It was what made the limited emotions that slipped out all the more potent, all the more wounding when her face held confusion. Tanner had to quickly resolve to continue speaking, otherwise he knew the nerve he'd summoned would leave him again. I just didn't want to lose you two. You were in danger, and I don't know, Tanner added before surrendering to silence. Had I done something wrong? Asked Cairo quietly. What? He was almost stunned by the question, by how sincere and bewildered her tone was. Did I make an error? Something obvious that I should not have overlooked? I know that I am not able to maintain consistent observational awareness in combat situations. If that was why you were behaving in such a way, she answered before Tanner could stand to hear her gentle tone condemn herself no longer. What? Cairo, no! No way! It's nothing that you did. God, Cairo, no. Don't say that, Tanner continued. Then, I am sorry, James. I do not understand what I have done to alter your behaviors to necessitate choices that lead to unneeded damage. That led to unnecessary damage to yourself, Cairo conceded. It's not you. You haven't done anything. It's just... Tanner tried to answer, locking up before he could find the words to explain. This time, it would be Cairo's time to narrow her focus on Tanner, trying to understand the thoughts that defied his voice. She'd known him long enough to know that he had a particularly bad habit of trailing off mid-sentence, a habit that only got worse the more something was bothering him. Unfortunately, before she could draw to a satisfactory conclusion, the doors of the lift would hiss, opening out up to the faces of the new command crew. Ha ha! And thank you very much, Ray. And now I'm going to do a smart people thing. Control S. Save my story. Please, I don't want to lose my work. And that sounds really good. Thank you. I appreciate that, but there's one bit of dialogue here I didn't like. It's a little too clunky, even for Cairo. Did I make an error? Something obvious that I should not have overlooked? I know that I am not able to maintain consistent observational awareness in combat situations. If that was why you were behaving in such a way, no, that wasn't it. I think it was here. Then I am sorry, James. I do not understand what I have done to alter your behaviors to necessitate choices. To necessitate unneeded damage to yourself. It's not you. You haven't done anything. It's just... Yeah. So I think in this strange way, Tanner and Varen share a kinship between universes. They both are trying very desperately to maintain a mask that should not be there in the first place. Hey, the enigmatic excuse me. The enigmatic librarian has returned. Ah, yes, you know, I was actually thinking the same thing while you were reading that. Yes, indeed. Dang it, the stream keeps freezing. I'm going to issue Katie the rare Skype hug, and by rare I mean every night. Every night when I say goodnight, I hug everybody. It's just Skype has the unique distinction of having little teddy bear icons. Oh. Oh, I see a little face. I know when Katie's here because the chat box looks just uncharacteristically determined and expectant. It's just Alrighty, so welcome back, Captain. Gogira chimed before cocking his head some. You have been harmed. I can continue to maintain command functions while you check into medical, Lockdrawn offered, in continued concern. I'm fine. What's the situation up here? I'm going to move this down here. Yeah. And I think that is where I'm going to call this stream because I already have 3 videos to want to edit out of all this. So, thank you everybody for joining, and remember, always keep a kind state of mind. Nihilism is the poison that wilts dreams, and I know if you stay positive, surround yourself in people who believe in you, just like me, I know that you'll get to wherever you want to be in life. Thank you very much for joining me for another Written Wednesday. I really hope I remember that outro for the next one because that was nice. I liked that. Thank you very much, everybody, for continuing to choose to spend your Wednesdays with a giddy, laughing simpleton like me. Dang it, cats, goofy, cursed cats are my only weakness, other than having many weaknesses. See you next week.